How's it going, everybody? It is your boy Nightmare Zed coming back to the YouTube universe. Man, it's been a while since I've been on here, huh? Like y'all gotta see me for this one. Anyways, so wanted to go over the season 3, like character changes and whatnot. There's a lot of things that have changed just across the board with the characters in the game coming into this new season. A lot of great changes overall that I'm happy to see. So I did want to go through as far as the characters and see some of the stuff that has happened. So, of course, you guys know I love me some Super Saiyan Goku. This is one of the characters that I played pretty consistently throughout the game's lifespan, and even whenever that I've put him down, I've always came back to this character. Most definitely day one love right here. So just gonna go over and see as the things that changed with this character. But when it came to season 2 with Super Saiyan Goku, he was a character that what you would expect from like main protagonist of a game. Really consistent overall. Actually was pretty good, especially in regards to the fact that there was no other assist option. So he was one of the characters in the game that had a beam, which we all know, beam is pretty good within this game. So it already made him pretty good of a choice there. Had banging damage to be able to blow you up if he ever did hit you. Not the best of mix, but he did have some pretty cool like conversions of combos that he could do to you. So most definitely not bad of a character. One that was pretty underrated at first, but was given some really high praise as time went on. So hopefully they didn't go about like changing too much, but let's go ahead and check that out real quick. I'm also putting the link in the description as to the site that I'm looking at for the patch notes and whatnot. So let's see here. Well, they really didn't go at changing a whole lot, but let's see. Say crouching medium attack. Increase distance move during the attack. Increase the attack's active frames. Increase recovery. Slowed startup. Oh, we're kind of already starting off on a bad note here. Alright, so let's move right here. Changing normals is always a pretty hot take for me. They don't really go about doing that too much per se. Like it happens, but not as often as some other changes. I can't really say if 2M was like too good, but I would say that it was for like a 2M that it was one that was on the better end. But just due to the character that it was tied to, it's like he kind of needed something like that. This being this slow, like it's 14, yeah, it's 14 frames. The big issue with this is that this kind of takes away from him being able to open you up for one, of course, because the move is slower. He doesn't have a 2L, that's a low attack. So that's already something that's pretty bad to take into account. This also takes away from like him being able to like confirm off of like stagger situations too. So you got to be more committable there. Because this may take away from some combo potential too. Yeah. Afterwards of that, like you could link into a jab, but now because of the increased recovery, that ain't gonna be possible no more. We still do the loops. It don't like he can still do the Kai Blast loops. Nah, it's looking like a no for that. Like this move on its own, if it was just slower, Like, I don't think it'd be the worst thing in the world, but it's everything else took into account that makes this to be bad. Again, he doesn't have a 2L, that's a low attack. This kind of takes away from some combo potential from him. This takes away from him potentially being able to like open you up, even within like him like staggering you and stuff like that. So this is not good. This is really big. Like, even though this is just a normal, is one of the normals that he has to actually open you up. So this is really tragic. Alright, standing special attack and adjusted blowback. I mean, this isn't really going to be game changing, but it's something. Still going to use it within the same context, so that's kind of whatever. Warp Kamehameha, speed up the startup when the opponent is taking damage. I'm assuming that we're talking about this one. Yeah. There's a good and bad to this. Beforehand, when he did this, there used to be a period where that you know, it would go about taking beforehand of actually doing the super. But now if you do it like too early, it'll miss. And I think having it set up this way to where that it comes out faster is a blessing and a curse. If you just do it like the regular way, like just waiting beforehand of going into it, it's fine. I guess it gives you a little bit more leniency of like being sloppy with this, but I can see in some cases most definitely where that this would be terrible. So it's kind of iffy of a good change for me. It's good in some ways, but it's bad in some ways. Like Kamehameha grounded version, well, grounded diagonal version. Increase damage, reduce recovery, reduce attacks active frames, reduce opponents untech time, so they're in more hits time. I mean, that's cool. Like, if you just so happen to make the read that somebody is approaching from the air and they get blasted by that, it's pretty nice. Of being able to hit somebody with that, and be it that there's reduced recovery on it, encourages you more to actually try to utilize this. So I like it. It does encourage there to be more of I guess zoning there with like the Kamehameha, but that's the last of Goku's changes. I mean, that's pretty much the only like good one I could say. While that there's not a lot of changes with Super Saiyan Goku, these changes overall are not good for him, I would say, besides this one. But I think there's other characters who got something similar to this too, so I'm not really feeling it, like, overall, because 2M being nerfed hurts Super Saiyan Goku in multiple ways. I would probably go so far as to say that this is going to be something that kind of makes this character fall off. And I know that kind of seems like I'm making a big deal about 2M being like slower, but this being 14 frames, taking into account of some other people, like Broly, for example, his is 14, right? And for some people, they may be like, okay, well, if his is 14, like, his being, like, Goku's being 14 shouldn't be that bad. But the thing is that Broly has other stuff that he can threaten you with, you know? He has a command grab, to where that you have to, you know, respect that. Then he can do his low multiple times, you know? And then when it comes to somebody like Gogeta, even though that his down medium is a little slower, just by a frame. His initially, like, his goes out further than Super Saiyan Goku's. So, I mean, it can be slow and still be fine. And even at, like, some ranges, like, it's still going to hit, you know, as soon as it's possible, where, you know, this is still, like, a really threatening tool for him to go about utilizing, on top of having, you know, command grab, having some really good stagger strings to, you know, employ on you. So there's just things like that that take away from this, like, from him as a character, because he doesn't have other stuff open you up besides, like, his overhead, which is 24 frames. Like, it's, don't get me wrong, I mean, you can still probably get hit by it, but just the payoff of it is not really there, especially in consideration to the other two, where they can use, like, an assist probably and convert off of it. And this for, like, his light version of his overhead. For the medium one is 26, and while he can be able to vanish off of it, it's relatively slow for you to be able to, like, make that work. And afterwards of blocking this, there's no incentive of you blocking him low, you know? So it just really doesn't work into the overall theme of Super Saiyan Goku. I think that change really hurts him a lot. Anyways, look at assists for Goku. Because of course, you know, we do have some new assists to play around with. He has the flurry kick as an assist. Startup for it is not bad, 25. Seems like it may be a little difficult to use for, like, combos in that type of way, but it is possible. This is one of the assists for B-type that comes out faster. This would probably just mainly be used in regards to, like, pressuring people, which is the same deal that you can pretty much use with the Kamehameha, but this comes out faster than the Kamehameha. It's not full screen. So I could see it being used. It's pretty solid overall. Then for assist C, we have Dragon Storm. Pretty much does the second and last portion of his auto combo, and then goes into the Dragon Fist. Like, it's, you know, it's this overhead that he has. It's okay. Nothing to write home about. Be pretty decent at getting some conversions. If you're hitting the person and you do it, it comes out in 20 frames. If you just do it though, it's 45. It's pretty slow. But it does go over to the person. It can be okay. It's nothing special, by no means. There's other C-types that do way better. I would highly advise against using this assist just due to the fact that C-type assists, they recover slower. And I feel like that the other two assists that he has serves a way better purpose than C-type. It's just my opinion. There's way other, like, C-types that are better than using that for Super Saiyan Goku. You honestly could just be using his beam or his Tatsu and do just fine. So yeah, as far as with it, I would most definitely give B-type a try if you want to go for more of, like, a pressure oriented you know, game plan. But I would say that the Kamehameha can work within the same regard. It's only a little bit slower, you know, than that assist. So if I recall, I think it's 34 frames. Yeah, so, you know, it's 9 frames is, like, it most definitely is a difference. But in regards to, like, pressuring people, that can be something that doesn't really make that big of a difference. So this depends on what your goal is. If you want to use it for, like, neutral dynamic, that's great. If not, then you do have an assist that's a little bit faster that helps out within pressure scenarios that will give you some better like block stun to go about utilizing. So like I said, this really depends on what you want. My verdict in regards to Super Saiyan Goku, like, it hurts me to say it, but I think that Super Saiyan Goku is gonna fall off now. His assists, they're not all that amazing, and not only that, other people have beams to utilize now, so that kind of took away from his niche that he had within prior seasons. 2M being nerfed kind of hurts some other like portions of his game plan, between some combos, him being able to pressure you, and being able to open you up. It just hurts in his overall kit of things. And the only big change that he got, if he even can say it is a big change, is the fact that when he does the upward version of the Kamehameha, that, you know, it comes out faster and it does more damage. That's it. There's nothing super special about it, you know. So yeah, they kind of killed the protagonist here. They killed him within a subtle way, of where that they kind of just took away like this one thing that was seen as being a big deal in a way, but it hurts him in so many other dynamics. I don't think that I'm going to be playing with Super Saiyan Goku within this season, at least a part of my main team. I may come back to him every now and then, but it's going to be looking like a no for me, Chief. And it's sad. He kind of got hit with the Capcom treatment of how they did Ryu, Street Fighter V. But who knows, maybe they'll adjust this a little bit as the season goes on, since they're going to be doing more consistent patching throughout the year. So we'll see. I just think that now, when it comes to my opinion of Super Saiyan Goku, there's some other options to play around with. Well, I know that he's the poster child of the series, and he's most definitely a fan favorite to many. I don't think that this is his season, unless that there is some type of adjustment that happens to 2M, because just through that, he's kind of lost a good bit of things that does not enable him to do what he's been able to do beforehand. And the changes that have happened to the game, like, while they help him in a way, they're more of a hindrance to him, and him being seen as like a really good pick. So sad to see him go, but I enjoyed it while it lasted. Tell me how you're feeling about Super Saiyan Goku. You still like him? You still want to rock him? No more 2M boys, sadly? Question mark. Anyways, it's been your boy Nightmare Zen. You know, gotta do all that, you know, that jazz for YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, did you take that share button at all? Anyways, I'm gonna be back with some more breakdowns for some characters. So y'all take care, and until next time, peace.